Well, what's going on, everyone? As you can see, we got our Kinze beam planer pulled into the shop. Got to put quite a few new parts on. You can see this big old box here. We've got a bunch of disc openers and a couple closing wheels. Kind of give you guys a comparison of what we're doing here. On top, we have the old disc openers. You can see here's the new one. So that's how much smaller it is. Not a huge difference, but some of the bearings were starting to go out in these, so we just decided to go ahead and put all new disc openers on. Got new scrapers that scrape the mud or dirt or whatever might be on there, off there. As you can see, pretty worn. Then these are interior scrapers, I guess you can call them. And you can see, get pretty worn there. Show you guys, where I got one off here. Those interior scrapers go ride right inside of here. And you can see the disc openers go in there. And then these press wheels or closing wheels, telling you about. Come around back here. We've got, I think 3 of them are going bad or are bad. So here's one here. And you can tell, let's get on this side where you get the light in. Let's see, where's that one at? Here we go. See there? Not supposed to do that. So we got 3 for that. And I'll have 1 extra, which will be good. But that's kind of what we're doing today. It's kind of a tedious process. Got to take these off. We got shims in behind there. And then you got to take the openers off. And they got some washers and shims in there. And then since it's worn, probably gonna have to do some shimming. So that means we'll have to put them on, test it, take it off, take a few out, put them back on, test it, and so on. Should be able to kind of get in a rhythm, figure out how many we need. So, yep. But I'll show you how we do that. Well, here's a little bit of what we got going on here. Basically got all the front disassembled. Got all the gauge wheels off, which are these things. These 2 are newer as well, they're different color. These gauge wheels, as it's on the back here, these gauge wheels float up and down, and that's what controls your depth of your seed. Adjust it right here. So gotta take those off to get into the openers, like I said earlier, which are here. And then the openers bolt in right here. And then to get the scrapers off, which we got them all off in the front, they bolt up right here. And the same hardware also holds in these seed firmers. So, got 2 bolts, some bushings, some spacers, all sorts of stuff holding on 2 scrapers and a seed firmer. This is the seed tube that the seed runs down. It gets shoved up in here. So Jonathan is finishing up replacing these internal scrapers. I guess, I don't really know what you call them. They're scrapers for mud on the inside, but I call them internal scrapers. But once we get those off, put the new ones back on. He's about got them taken off and on. He's right here, so he just got a couple more rows. We should be able to start putting on. Well, you talking to the camera. Should be able to start putting on these new disc openers. Get them all shimmed up. There's like 5 to 6 shims per side, just kind of depending on what it's like, and I'll show you guys when we start putting those on. They have to have a certain gap, or not a gap, I should say. So you can see these old ones, they contact here and down here. Between where they contact is supposed to be a certain distance, I think 1.5 to 2.5 inches. So that'll have to get done. That's kind of where we're at. Like I said, we're about done with the easiest part. so far on the front, and I'll have to do all that to the back, but it gets pretty tedious. Let's see how it goes. Any words of wisdom? I work from here down. All brawn, no brain? Or just a little bit of brawn and no brain? Oh, shoot. Well, yeah, so here's what the seed firmer looks like. Or not seed firmer. Seed tube looks like when it's all put back together. New internal scraper. So these are all right. They can be lowered down if need be, but we don't run these too aggressively since we're conventional till. So far so good. Right, so I figured I'd show you guys how I replaced these closing wheels. You can see there's a gap there, and that kind of pries back and forth. Got the new one here. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with these closing wheels, you can see pull right behind the row unit, and they form a V right here. We got spring down pressure inside here, and that basically just puts pressure on top of the soil that's on top of the seed and gives the seed good seed to soil contact, what we call it, and which is detrimental to the germination of the seed and the health of it. So that's what these are for. There's different options out there, but this is just what we're running on this bean planter. So I'll get this one changed out real quick, and then I already did one down there, and I got one there and one more down there. Take washer, bushing out on the inside, pull the bolt out, toss that to the side, get the new one, the bolt through, bushing, washer, take my glove off, reach in here, grab the nut, stick it back on there, get the nut started. Grab your impact and wrench, stick it in here. There you go, just like that. This is the first real rebuild that we've done of this planter, really. We have put some new drive chains on it, just once, I think, because obviously we don't have them hooked up yet, but drive chain here, contact wheel. That's what drives your planter. It's up there, spins shafts, and then spins this shaft here, which in turn drives chains in here, and that turns your meter. This spring will be our 9th season with this planter. So we've planted 8 years with it, which doesn't seem like it's been that long, but I guess it has. It was our corn and bean planter up until, 4 years ago. And then we got a dedicated corn planter, so it's just been our bean planter for 4 years. But we've had, I think we figured up 20,000 acres on it, which is pretty good in my opinion for just now having to replace the main parts. We have replaced these scrapers one other time, if I remember correctly. But other than that, it's just been scrapers and a few chains, so this has been a really good planter. No problems whatsoever. Like I said, just did a few of these. This is the first year we've had to replace any of those closing wheels, so that's good. Hopefully nothing else pops up. Oh, I will say we have replaced these vacuum seals in here a couple of years ago. I think the same time we did the chains, but those aren't that big of a deal. So it's been a good planter. We really like our Kinze stuff. Although something might be changing around here rather quickly. In case you guys will just have to wait and see. Hey, get on there, Kimosabe. The sensor housing came apart. Do what? What'd you do that for? You know what you're doing. We'll find out. Blame him. Okay, so we're gonna start putting these new openers on here. Here's all these shims I was telling you guys about. As you can see, they're real thin. I mean, they're basically just washers. Go on each side of the bolt. Go on the back side of the opener. Pile them up there. Get the new opener. Get the bolt. We gotta make sure we grab the right bolt because on the right side of the unit is right-hand thread, so standard thread, and then on the left side of the unit is reverse thread because of how that spins go in the ground to self-tighten. So, we'll just go all 6 here. Go behind this. Get your impact. I'll put it on the other side and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I've got them both mounted up. As you can see here, I've got 2 business cards. And you put them into the gap in between the 2 until it contacts, one on top and bottom. And this is the gap I was telling you about, it's supposed to be 1.5 to 2.5. Got another business card here. That way we don't have to hold the tape measure up. As you can see, it's about just shy of 2, so I'll probably take a spacer out each side, and that'll probably be good enough. We'll do next one like that and see what it looks like, but this is just a, I guess, poor man's way of doing it. I do believe they have jigs out there for this, but why go buy one of those when you can use business cards? Okay, well, I've got 3 sets on here. 1, 2, 3. Still got to put the dust cap on, but we'll do that as we go through. I'm just going to go through and put them all on. Well, Jonathan's going to start on that end, and I'm starting down here. We'll meet there in the middle. And they're measuring for our gaps with our cards here. They're measuring basically right at 2.5 to just under. So if our window is 1.5 to 2.5, might as well keep it there at the higher point, and then as it wears, it'll wear down. And then be good to go after that. You can always re-shim it afterwards if you need to. So we're putting 5 of those little shims on, and I think they had 6 of them on there, but we're putting 5 back on. It's about right. So get this done, and then maybe start putting those seed firmers on. I don't know, see how long this takes us. Okay, so we got all the openers on here on the front. So now we got to put the seed firmers back in. They slide up here, and then the same bolts that hold on the seed firmers go through the scrapers. The scrapers sit here. So we'll see if I can't do this here. I have to try to bob and weave our way up here. There we go. There we go. Then we'll grab the other scraper, put it on there, 2 nuts. Put those 2 nuts on there, tighten down, good to go for the scrapers and seat firmer. Well, we've basically got the front put all back together. The parts guys gave us a couple wrong parts, so Luke ran in town to get that real quick. Basically, it was just the wrong scraper. So we got all the gauge wheels here put on. All you got to do is pick it up, got the bolt there in the middle, just threads right in here into this pivoting arm. So like I said, just got all that done. We will get that one put back together and then probably call it a day because it's getting late, I should say. And then we'll do the exact same thing we did to the front to the back tomorrow. Should get that done tomorrow. And then I won't bore you guys with that because you know how that goes. But I'll probably pick you back up whenever we get to putting the beam plates and the meters here. And then maybe show you putting on the chains and stuff. That's really nothing too special. And then we gotta mount the monitor back in the tractor because we take it out whenever we put our tractors on the grain carts, just less clutter and chance of stuff getting damaged. So I'll see you when we are putting the meters together. Or maybe Jonathan, I don't know. Okay, so yesterday we finished with putting all the disc openers and stuff on the back units. We didn't show you guys that since you saw the front. But then today, what we gotta do, let's see which way I wanna be here. Pulling all the units off, inspecting everything, making sure everything's good. You got some brushes in here. And then come over here and show you guys what gotta do now. So we'll take, this is a disc plate or whatever you want to call them. People call them a bunch of different things. So this is a 120 bean cell, meaning there's 120 holes in here. So when you set that in there like that, the seed comes in, fills this in here, and the vacuum will suck the beans up against these, and the bean will fill each hole. And then it'll come over like this, spinning, and then this ejector right here, you can see that very well, will be on this half of the vacuum side of the unit and knock beans out of these holes down the seed tube. But last year we were running some specialty 60 bean cells, and this year for population reasons we're going to go back to 120s because last year we were running 130 some odd thousand, and these were spinning really fast with 60 cells. So we decided to go back to 120s and be about 140,000 seeds per acre, and then these will be spinning a lot slower, so a little easier on things. So we'll get those put in and get this planter moved out of here. Should be done after that. So we just got all the bean plates put in and everything locked back down. We're finishing up hooking up the hydraulics so we can turn on the air seed delivery fan and the vacuum fan. We just had the raise and lower and the pivot hydraulics hooked up just to get it in here, but I think we're just going to go ahead and get this hooked up for the year. We might end up putting new tires on this. We're not for sure yet, but we're going to go ahead and get it hooked up just in case since it's here in the shop. Jonathan got the monitor, you can't hardly see, got the monitor put in, simple as putting on the RAM out there and plugging in one cord. And then we're going to put, maybe if we decide to run field view, I'm going to put the iPad there. So we'll get this pulled out of the shop here and get the both fans going. Won't get an accurate reading just because we're not going through the field and we don't have seed in the tanks, but just kind of give us a visual and see if we can't if there's any leaks we have to fix or anything. Hopefully not. It was good when we put it away last year, so should be good this year. Okay, as you saw, just got it unfolded. So what we'll do here is push our number 3 hydraulic lever forward. Oh, there goes a bunch of dust coming out from it sitting. And then we'll push our number 4 forward. And we'll go out and check, see if I got anything come up on here. Probably won't, just like I said, because there's no seat. Now we got a little bit of vacuum. Let's see, go up here to air seat delivery. Yeah, we got a little bit. So we'll go out here, take a look. Tractor gets bad when you don't put the park brake on. So I'll go around, see if I can't see or hear anything unusual. These are all your vacuum tubes going to here. These are your seed delivery tubes. So we'll check it out. Well, everything looked good on the planter, which is thankfully what I was expecting. So obviously the real test will be when we get out in the field and start putting the seed into the ground. But we're about, a month and a half out from that. So it'll be getting here before we know it. It's going to be almost 60 degrees today. And then this weekend is supposed to be in the 60s. And the next week we have highs reaching almost 75, which is crazy. But it's the end of end of February. And stuff happens at the end of February, end of March, seems like in Illinois. Either it's 70 or it's snowing. You never know. But we're going to get this planter put up and then pull in both the tillage tools and get new sweeps, basically, is all we got to do to put on the end. So I think, I don't know what we're going to pull in first, but probably won't take you guys along for that just because we're doing sweeps only, so that won't take too long. And then not sure what we're going to do after that, after we get the cultivators and till all done. All the equipment should be ready to go, like I said, unless we get tires on this. So with that being said, I think that's all we got for this video. I do appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you at the next one.